Okay, game one of Casey Showdown. Casey Storm and St. Louis Cyclones. Cyclones in chartreuse. Storm in white. Addie Tees, Brooklyn Wood, and Bradshaw out front with Bushhouse and Bruner back on blue. Tees working in the neutral zone to push the puck back over into our offensive zone. Bushhouse with a little bit of space along the wall pushes the puck down further to Wood. Wood loses the handle, but Bruner pushes it back down to her. Quick snap by Wood is deflected by the goalie. Puck rolled along the wall, the top of the wall. Pretty cool. Puck slips through Bushhouse's feet. Bruner going to go pick it up. Bruner takes it behind the net, sends it up to Bradshaw. Bradshaw misses Tees, but Wood overshot, so she's going to go get it. Wood missed it. Bushhouse missed it. Bradshaw pushes the puck down into the corner as she goes off to change. Puck back out into neutral. Bruner again going to have to go get this one down in the opposite corner. And we've got icing. 11:52 left to go in the first period. Leighton, Van Bergen, Wright come out with Cowan and Smith. Puck drop right of the St. Louis goalie. Leighton pushes it back into the corner. Puck again goes along the wall weird, goes all the way down where Genevieve pushes it away. Puck into the corner, picked up by Cowan. Cowan pushes it up to Van Bergen. Van Bergen tries to get it across to Wright. Can't get it through St. Louis. In neutral, Leighton and Wright work. Wright takes it back over into our offensive zone. Skates down along the yellow line, tries the centering pass, hits the goal. Puck out into neutral, across neutral. Cowan, icing on that one. So go back down to the other end. 11:16 left to go, first period. Cunningham out with Tees and Evelyn Ramus. Cowan and Smith still on D. Puck back to Cunningham. Cunningham to Cowan. Cowan can't get it past St. Louis. St. Louis pushes it out into neutral ice. Smith going to run down this one in the corner. Hits it off St. Louis's skate. Bounces over Tees' head. Smith in the corner. Gets it past Ramus. Again to Smith. Smith to Ramus with a backhand. Ramus out into neutral ice. Sends it down into the St. Louis goalie, who knocks it away. Puck back out into neutral. Bushhouse in neutral. Has to wait for everybody to get off. Pushes it over into offensive. Comes back into neutral ice. Bushhouse again. Up into neutral. Goes past Cunningham. Puck, I think everybody touched that with their hands. Addie to Ramus. To Cunningham. Cunningham puts a swing on it. Puck went halfway down the offensive ice at about 4 feet. Chucky now in with Bushhouse. In neutral ice, puck goes past Chucky. Chucky going to go down in the corner and get it. Gets it right before the referee blew the whistle. Puts it in neutral ice, but St. Louis picks it up. Leighton and Wood running it down. Bushhouse pushes it back up to Wood. Wood puts it down into our offensive zone. Goes down the corner to get it herself. Passes it up. St. Louis tries to get it past Bushhouse. Bushhouse gets a little bit tripped up. Gets the puck stalled on a couple of people. Bushhouse, the only one, comes away with it. Shot. Score by Avery Bushhouse, not Skoll. Her mother says, "Stop that."
I think that was a celebration.
That's all right, Cyclones, beat it back!
So Tees, Wright, and Van Bergen with Cowan and Bruner. Puck back to Bruner. Bruner up to Wright. Wright loses the puck to St. Louis. St. Louis was down in the corner. Cowan goes to get it in the corner. Backhands it up the wall to Lucy. Lucy gets it past St. Louis. Lucy tries to get it out to Tees, but gets picked off by St. Louis in neutral. Bruner going to go get this one. Bruner tries to get it to Tees, but it's passed up closer to Van Bergen. St. Louis takes it into neutral. Genevieve pushes away with her puck. Excuse me. Puck behind our net where Tees picks it up. Tees got ice, takes it up the left side, goes center, takes a shot, goes right of the goal. St. Louis goalie pushes it away, but Wright is there. Wright centering pass picked off by St. Louis. Cowan with the stop of her feet pushes it around St. Louis down to Van Bergen. Van Bergen can't get it puck off to Wright. Leighton comes roaring in, pops the puck, and causes St. Louis to create an icing. 8:11 left to go in this period. Leighton, Cunningham, Ramus with Bushhouse and Smith. And sorry, there's, I think you can do a live burn or something here. Might be a better option. Not a lot of angles to get any kind of video here. Ramus and Leighton in neutral ice. Cunningham was across the line though, so we have offsides. Leighton back to Smith. Smith pushes it up into her offensive ice. Ramus can't get there. St. Louis pushes it back up. Bushhouse swings and puts it back down to the opposite corner. St. Louis tries to push it up, but picked off by Leighton. Leighton takes a swing and caught by St. Louis's goalie. I have no clue. Audrey was way down by the goal line. I don't know how the puck was able to end up in the goalie's hands there. A feat of physics. Puck over in the corner. Leighton back to Bushhouse. Bushhouse swings. Hits St. Louis defenseman. St. Louis comes out with it. Bushhouse in neutral ice. Gets control of the puck. Tries to get it back to Leighton, but can't get it through St. Louis. Cunningham to Ramus. Ramus backhands it further up into the neutral, but St. Louis picks it off. Leighton tries to backhand it to Ramus. Can't get through St. Louis. Smith gonna try. Gets it to Ramus. Ramus over to Cunningham. Cunningham pulls the puck from behind her. Gets it up back into offensive ice. The puck gets backhanded back to St. Louis, who takes control of neutral ice. Bushhouse takes the puck to Cunningham. Evelyn isn't able to get there in time. Tees picks it off in neutral, sends it out to Cowan. Cowan pops it back up to awaiting Bradshaw, who's at the blue line. Bradshaw loses the puck for a second. Puck comes across neutral. Chucky gonna pick it up right in front of Genevieve. Chucky sends it up to the blue line, doesn't clear St. Louis. St. Louis at the blue line is offsides. 6:16 left to go in the first period. Puck drop neutral. Tees, Bradshaw, and Wood with Cowan and Chucky. St. Louis fell down. Cowan pops the puck away, follows it, sends it up to Bradshaw. Bradshaw puts it up into neutral ice. Puck goes across into offensive ice. This rink is a little bit smaller, so puck seems to move across neutral ice really quickly. Tees and Cowan on the wall. Tees puts it up along the glass. Bradshaw behind the score line, puts it to Tees. Tees to Wood. Wood can't get it off her stick quite quickly enough. Cowan disrupts St. Louis, follows the puck all the way around. Bradshaw tees down in the corner. Puck out into neutral, and we've got offsides on St. Louis. 5:20 left to go in the first period. Leighton, Van Bergen right out with Bushhouse and Bruner. Puck drop center ice. Puck comes back to Bushhouse. Bushhouse with a pass up to Leighton. Leighton to Van Bergen. Van Bergen loses the handle. Lots of swinging going on. Bushhouse pushes the puck hard down behind the goal line. Right into the corner. Pushes it up to Van Bergen, who was in the sweet spot. Couldn't get the shot off. Van Bergen again with a great pass from right. Just can't get it off stick quick enough. Leighton's turn. Leighton centering pass to St. Louis is almost put in by St. Louis. Bushhouse and St. Louis, somebody went down. It's like Lucy went down. And we're going to have a trip. What are we going to get? Kansas City on the power play. Cowan comes out with Bushhouse, Leighton, Wright, and Van Bergen. Puck drop right of the goalie. 4:36 left to go. 1:30 on the power play. Van Bergen to Bushhouse. Bushhouse thinking swings, but it hits some sticks. Girls aren't able to get their power play off. Right all along the corner. Bushhouse picks up the puck, skates it behind the net. Up to waiting Van Bergen. Van Bergen over to, goes past Cowan. I think she was trying to get to right. Right up to waiting Leighton. Leighton hauls it down into our offensive zone. Backs it up to Bushhouse. Bushhouse swings, misses. Goes right of the goal. Right there to pick it up. Girls in their power play position. Cowan down low. Bushhouse up high. Leighton keeping the puck in. Bushhouse keeping the puck in. Bushhouse swings. Swing by right. Cowan pursues. Puck down into the wall. Sends it back to right. Puck centered to Leighton. Leighton takes a swing. Deflected. Puck goes right by Cowan's shoulder. Avery pulls the puck out. Takes a swing again. Deflected off Cowan's foot. Puck back out to Bushhouse. Bushhouse swings again. Puck goes right of the goal. Right picks it up. Cowan getting position in front of the net. Right and Van Bergen down in the, or I'm sorry, right and Leighton down in the corner. Puck goes over to the waiting Cowan. Cowan swings and puts one in. At 2:09, Storm goes up 2-0. 4 seconds left on the power play. The ladies did a good job of, looked like St. Louis was a little bit confused.
I guess I'm going to have to drive him to every game now.
That was your goal, Heather. That was yours.
It's my driving. It's my pregame.
That's right. Heather drove Gabby and Avery to the game. Obviously, she gave him a talking to.
Actually, I tried not to talk at all.
Oh, good. Well, that works too.
When you have teenagers in the car, you don't talk at all.
Tees, Ramus, and Cunningham take the puck up. Puck to Bruner. Bruner swings, deflected by a bunch of skates. Cunningham gets it, sends it back up to Cowan on the sidewall. Cowan sends it back down to low into the corner. Cunningham following. Bruner backhands it, but Cunningham hadn't made it across yet. I think Cunningham just had word with St. Louis. So we'll have a face-off in neutral ice. Going right back to the center. Tees, Ramus, and Cunningham with Cowan and Bruner. Tees pulls it back. Bruner gonna have to go get it. Sends it up to Ramus. Ramus takes on part of the St. Louis team. Cowan picks up puck up in neutral, flicks it up a little bit further, follows it. St. Louis sends it back down. Oh, Bruner gonna have to get it. Everyone thought it was icing, but the referee. Tease picks it up in our defensive zone, knocks it around somebody on the wall. She's in a hurry, shoots it right into the... I thought it was... Looks like that was another goal for Kansas City by Addie Tease. 2:11 left to go in the first period. Storm up 3-0 on St. Louis Cyclones. New crew comes out. Layton, Bradshaw, and Wood with Smith and Bushhouse. Smith puts the puck up into offensive ice. St. Louis picks it up, skates it around, tries to push it up. Layton descends on her. Wood takes the puck away. Bradshaw, Tease, blah, blah, everybody. Smith sends the puck back down low. Smith again, trying to get it past St. Louis. St. Louis gets it past Smith. Wood there. I think she might have helped screen St. Louis to not realize that they were going to be offsides. 1:41 left to go in the first period. Puck drop neutral. Layton, Wood, Bradshaw. Layton up to Wood. Wood skates it into a bunch of people through neutral ice. Puck gets right by Bradshaw's stick. Smith sends it back up to her. Smith, Bradshaw, Layton. Puck winds up with Wood, who is in center of the ice. Down into the corner with Layton. Layton takes a shot. It again hits the goalie. And again, it was from like the goal line. Bushhouse takes a swing, goes across the ice, nowhere near the goal. Smith sticks her stick out, but can't keep a hold. Bushhouse picks it up in neutral. She sends it up to a waiting Wood. Wood falls down, keeps the puck in. Puck right at the blue line. Comes out into neutral where Bushhouse picks it up, sends it back to Wood. Wood sends it over into our offensive ice. Bradshaw pursues. Wood pursues. Wood took one in the tummy. Bradshaw tried to keep the puck in. I think it bounced over her stick. Smith helps her out and pushes it back down further into the corner. Puck gets by Bushhouse. Smith's back. It's a 2-on-1. Genevieve knocks the puck away. Genevieve. Oh, puck gets by Genevieve's stick over her shoulder in a weird angle. And St. Louis is now on the board. 18 seconds left to go in the first period. 3-1, Storm. Tease, Van Bergen, and Wright come out with Cowan and Chucky. Got something to say? If you want to say some words, sure. Tease. Puck gets by Cowan. Cowan goes and collects it in defensive ice. Switches it back up. Flips it to Van Bergen. Van Bergen tries to get it past the blue line. Can't get it past Tease. Van Bergen skates it across neutral, and that's the end of the first period. And here are some wise words by a Bushhouse kid.
The Storm's the best team.
Storm is the best team?
Yeah.
Whose uniforms do you like better?
Storm.
Yeah. Who wears green? Just leprechauns. Who's your favorite Storm player?
Avery.
Oh, well, I mean, you live with her, so you probably can't tell people anyone else, right?
Well, if I had to choose someone besides Avery, it would be Audrey.
Audrey? She's a pretty good one to pick. Who's your favorite coach? Your mom or your dad?
Well, my mom doesn't really coach hockey.
No, but doesn't she coach soccer?
Yeah, but she doesn't coach that often.
Yeah?
So probably my dad, because he coaches more often. I don't know.
Well, that'll work.
My mom's a better coach, and my dad's a good coach too. But my mom's a better coach, but my dad's a more often coach.
Okay, your dad coaches you more frequently.
Yeah.
Nice. Your mom just needs to step it up, right?
For what?
I mean, she could do conditioning for hockey. Put her on the hot seat. So Storm comes back out. I'll get you again in the next changeover, okay? Again, Talbert is in goal. T's right, Van Bergen up front with Cowan and Bruner on blue. Minute periods. Tees pulls it back to Bruner. Bruner pushes up to Caitlin Wright. Puck gets past Caitlin, comes back out in neutral ice. Tees with the backhand or back check. Puck winds up with Cowan. Cowan takes it across neutral, sends it over to waiting Caitlin Wright. Bruner takes a swing. Gets stopped. Tees was right there. Cowan pushes the puck down low, gets right past Van Bergen. Cowan keeps the puck in. Cowan gets knocked down again, somehow not tripping. Bruner to Wright. Wright has Tees. Tees has Van Bergen, but Tees keeps to Van Bergen. Van Bergen takes a swing, blocked by St. Louis. 12:10 left to go. Wait.
And saved.
I don't know how long these periods are. I thought they were 12-minute periods, but it's 12:09 left to go in the second period.
32 on the Cyclones.
Saved by 32 on the Cyclones. It says Bush House Kid. But we don't want them to save it. We want them to not save it. Puck comes out to Bush House. Bush House doesn't get it. She pushes it back up pops it backhand up the wall to Cunningham. Cunningham along the wall, pushes it through neutral ice. Cunningham gets stopped. Cunningham goes down. Puck comes back out to Smith. Smith loses her handle. St. Louis backhand goal. And St. Louis makes it a 3-2 game. 11:41 left to go. All new crew coming out. Second.
They only have to score 2 more goals to get ahead. Storm only has to score 1 more goal to get on best player.
Okay. Tees over to Bradshaw. Gets past her. Chucky takes it. Chucky pushes it down low.
Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you. And we have icing. So we'll come back out into Storm ice.
Tees will be taking the face off.
Tees with Cowan and Chucky. Wood and Bradshaw. Right of Genevieve's shoulder. Tees backhands to Bradshaw. Chucky pops it up the wall. Tees and Wood deflect. Bradshaw comes out with it, neutral ice. Bradshaw pushes it down further. Almost a goal by St. Louis. Same crew staying out there.
Tees is taking the face off again.
Tees pulls it back to Chucky. Chucky gets it over to Bradshaw. Puck goes just left of the goal. Wood brings it back around. Reverses back at the blue line. Loses the handle. Pushes it down low. Tees goes to find it. Cut off by Cowan. Cowan trying to knock the puck away. Cowan doing her best to get called for a hook. And there we go. 99 with a hook.
What's it for?
Hooking.
Gabby, center box for
10:52 left to go. And we've got Bushhouse, Tees, Bruner, and Van Bergen. Puck right of Genevieve's shoulder.
Center box for 130.
Gabby is in the box for 130. Tees to Bruner, Bruner to Tees. Tees can't get it past the blue line. Tees puts it into neutral ice. Van Bergen working. Van Bergen all on her own. Takes a shot and puts it in.
Goal!
Bye.
Bye.
Lucy Van Bergen.
Lucy Membergen.
10:39 left to go. Lucy Van Bergen puts it in with 118 into the penalty kill.
But they're still out.
If the other team scores, then Gabby will be technically out of the box.
Tees Van Bergen push the puck further up into neutral, but it comes back to Brunner. Brunner pops it up into neutral. Bushhouse pursues back down onto our corner. Van Bergen, Bushhouse, puck goes high. Brunner goes to get it, pushes it up to Addie Tees. Addie off the wall. Addie pushes it out into neutral. Addie keeps on going. Addie falls down.
That should have been
Sun- A tripping, I think. Bushhouse across the Tees. Tees picks it up backhand, pulls it into our offensive ice. Tees finds a waiting Bushhouse. Bushhouse takes a swing, deflected by the goalie.
32.
Puck back to Bushhouse. Bushhouse pushes it back down low. St. Louis picks it up, takes it across neutral. Puck swung, but goes well right of the goal. St. Louis down in the
15
corner.
seconds off for Gabby in the box.
Centering pass goes to Addie
10
Tees.
seconds in the box.
Addie Tees pushes the puck
And
across the ice. It's going to be ice. Oh, they call off the icing.
no ice. It's even that.
Cowan's out of the box. We are back to Leighton picks it up, skates it around, sees Cunningham up on the blue line. Cunningham pursues St. Louis. Puck gets by Bushhouse, goes down into the corner, and we've got icing. 8:58 left to go in the second period. We'll have puck drop right of St. Louis's goalie.
Leighton Audrey taking the face off.
Yeah. Leighton, Cunningham, and Ramus with Cowan and Chucky. Cowan backhands the puck back down, but St. Louis sends it out. Chucky sends it back out into neutral.
Audrey tries to get the puck.
Ramus skates. Cunningham, teamwork, making the dream work, keeping it in neutral, send it over into our offensive zone. Evelyn to St. Louis. St. Louis to Leighton. Leighton takes a swing. St. Louis catches it.
Saved by number 32 on Cyclones.
8:33 left to go in the second period.
It's 4-2. Storm doesn't have that much pressure on it anymore.
Puck goes to Chucky. Chucky keeps it in, sends it down low. Cunningham takes a swing, deflected by St. Louis. Leighton to Chucky. Chucky out into neutral ice. Cowan knocks the puck away. Centering pass is knocked away by Chucky. Wood comes flying in. Cowan pops the puck behind the net. Sends it up to Cunningham. Cunningham to Leighton. Leighton across neutral ice. Leighton goes center. Leighton goes left. Pulls it back. Kind of a dribble. Looks like it could have gone right through the goalie's legs. Puck is picked up by Leighton in neutral. She sends it over to Smith. Smith up to Wood. Wood off the wall into offensive ice. She follows it up. Stays with it. Bradshaw picks it up. Bradshaw goes center. Can't get her puck off her stick. Tees picks the puck up along the wall. Tees sends it across ice to Smith. Smith sends it down low. Deflected by St. Louis. Tees goes down in the corner again. Tees up to Cowan. Cowan back to Tees. Tees further down into the corner. It's along the goal line. Picks up by St. Louis, who sends it up to Smith. Smith kicks it back. Bradshaw centering pass to Wood. Just off target. Cowan with the puck sends it down low, follows it. Cowan Wood in the corner. Puck goes by Tees. Smith going to pick it up into our defensive ice, turns it around, gets it to Bradshaw. Bradshaw to Wood. Wood loses the handle to some St. Louis people. Smith down, and we've got icing at 6:30. So he said no ice. Felt it should have been ice. Tees, Van Bergen, and Wright come back out. Bushhouse and Bruner. Somebody from St. Louis is leaving the ice.
Taking face off.
Tees pulls it back to Bruner. Bruner sends it back down low to Wright. Wright in the corner. Over to Tees with a centering pass. Addie dives. Puck gets knocked out. Puck gets by Bushhouse. Bruner there. Genevieve with a stop under her legs.
Save by number 45.
45. Puck drop left of Genevieve. And Tees, Wright, and Van Bergen with Bruner and Bushhouse. Tees takes it back down the goal line, sends it back up to waiting Caitlin Wright. Caitlin's got Van Bergen across neutral. Lucy working on the puck, gets it back. She's got Caitlin across the ice, but wisely doesn't try to make that. Whoa, a lot of rough activity right here.
Yep.
Number 11 from St. Louis. Gonna spend some time in the box. Storm on the power play.
They're gonna have to suck it up.
With Cowan, Bushhouse, Cunningham, Layton, and Bradshaw. Puck drop right of St. Louis.
Layton, Audrey taking the face off.
Layton over to Cunningham. Cunningham to Bushhouse. Puck goes right past Bushhouse. Genevieve wisely knocks it away. Hits it up to Bradshaw. Puck in neutral. Cowan coming in. Layton there. Pushes the puck up into our offensive zone with St. Louis's help. Puck across neutral ice to Bushhouse. Bushhouse pulls it back up to Cunningham. Cunningham across to Layton. Layton in center ice. She's got Bradshaw behind her. Layton's centering pass to Bushhouse. Bushhouse can't get it past St. Louis to Bushhouse. Bushhouse picks it up. Bushhouse takes it across neutral. Backhand, kind of a dribble. 37 seconds left to go in the penalty kill or power play. Tees, Wood. Tees, Wood, Layton coming out. Layton moving over to
Tees, Addie taking the face off.
Right. Tees back to Bushhouse. Bushhouse to Wood. Wood flicks it, but picked off by St. Louis. Wood and Bushhouse down in the corner. Puck.
15 seconds left on the power play.
15 left on the power play. Cowan down in the corner.
10 left on
Cowan
the power
up to
play.
Layton. Layton loses the handle. Puck sent back down to
Five on
Cowan.
the power play.
Cowan takes it behind the net. 4 seconds left to go on the power, up to Wood.
1 second on the power play.
Wood
It's even now.
up into neutral. Wood. Bushhouse sends it to Tees. Tees sends over towards the wall. St. Louis. Wood. Layton. I think they miscue. Bush House to Wood. Wood to Tease. Tease up the wall. Tease nearly takes out the referee. Tease down along the wall. Tease to Wood. Bush House. Bush House sends it down low to the goal. Right behind the goal. No one goes to get it. Wood comes in. Centering pass is knocked off. Cowan pushes the puck back down. Puck out into neutral ice. Bush House gets taken down. Bush House takes the puck away. Bush House skates the puck through neutral ice. Goes left. Swings. Deflected. Wood loses the handle. Leighton picks it up. Leighton takes a swing. Picked off by the goalie.
Number 32 Cyclones.
There's 2:52 left to go in the second period.
We've been keeping it out of our zone mostly in their zone.
Yes, good observation. Leighton back at center, sends it over to Van Bergen. Van Bergen to Cowan. Cowan swings, deflected by the goalie. Right centering. Doesn't go anywhere. Right picks it up, goes the opposite way. Right to Cowan. Cowan over to Smith. Smith can't get it off her stick. Keeps it in. Puck out into neutral ice. Cowan over. Cowan sends the puck back open to neutral ice. Tease right over to Van Bergen. Van Bergen is bodied by St. Louis. Tease picks a St. Louis pass. Whoa, jeez. Tease at the blue line. Some good stick handling. Tease diving shot is deflected by the goalie. Puck out to Cowan. Cowan sends it back down low. Evelyn, who is that? Yeah, Evelyn skates behind the goal. Van Bergen pucks out into neutral ice. Cowan picks it up. Cowan sends up the wall to Ramus. St. Louis was coming out of the goal. Addie sends it hard along the wall to Cunningham. Cunningham loses the handle. St. Louis pushes the puck back down low. Cowan gonna go get it along the goal line. Skates it behind the net. Sends it up to waiting Ramus. Ramus loses the handle. St. Louis takes it, pushes it back. Tease picks it up. Tease goes around St. Louis, goes up the wall, sends it over to Cunningham. Cunningham swings. Picked by St. Louis goalie.
Save 32 Cyclones.
50.2 seconds left to go in the second.
50 seconds and 2 milliseconds.
Tense. Puck across neutral. Bruner gonna go get it. Referee calls icing at 44.2 seconds left to go. So we'll go back to the end of the ice.
44.2. 44.2 left in the second.
Leighton, Bradshaw, Wood, Bushhouse, and Bruner. Leighton winds up popping the puck over to the goalie. Wood, St. Louis into a pushing match.
Almost gone to the fight there. Almost gone to a fight.
Almost got into a fight. Leighton pushed the puck up again. Leighton pushes the puck down low, goes down into the corner. St. Louis takes it away. Wood comes in for it. Wood gets it to Leighton. Leighton comes around, swings, can't get the puck off her stick. Shot goes behind the goal. Popped up. Bradshaw gets shoved down. Bruner sends it down low. Takes a shot. Stopped by the St. Louis goalie. Brooklyn and I think it's number 11. Number 11 just wants to fight. Backhanded centering pass by Layton. Gets to St. Louis. Cowan backhands it back up to Wood. Wood sends it further down low. And that is the second period. Storm up 4-2. Start the third period. The fourth period. Start the third period with Kansas City up 4-2. Coach Colleen gave the team a talking to. Start the third with Van Bergen, Wright, and Tees. Cowan and Chucky. Talbert in net. Tees pulls it back to Chucky, goes past her. Chucky goes down and backhands it up the wall to Wright. Wright to Tees. Tees takes it across neutral. It's over to Van Bergen. Van Bergen swings. Misses. Chucky stops the puck at the blue line. Cowan picks it up, takes it into offensive ice. Tees picks it up. Centering pass over to Wright is knocked away. Chucky sends it back down low. Wright goes to get it. Wright skates behind the net, pulling St. Louis along with her. Van Bergen can't get this pass off. Wright down along the wall again. Van Bergen going to help her. Van Bergen just Tees takes a swing. Just deflected. Cowan sends a puck down low. Wright is leaving, so Van Bergen had to go down and get it. Tees picks it up, takes it behind the net, wraps around, out to Chucky. Chucky swings. Just barely missed it, hit the goal post. Centering pass by Tees on the blue line. Cowan sends it back down low. Puck just past, gonna sneak out into offensive ice. Chucky got stuck over on the other side. Cowan goes to get the puck in the corner. Skates it behind the net. Reverses, seeing St. Louis coming. Sends it up to waiting Ramus. Ramus in neutral ice. Sends it over to Layton. Layton has to go back, pick it up. Flings it down low. Cunningham coming in. Causes St. Louis to reverse course. Sends it out. Puck in neutral ice. Bushhouse knocks it away. Bushhouse knocks it away again. Harder out into neutral ice. St. Louis picks it up. Cunningham causes a poor pass. Bushhouse sends it back down. St. Louis picks it up, sends it all the way down the ice, and we're going to have icing. So So we'll go back down to our offensive ice. 10:44 left to go. Bushhouse, Bruner, Bradshaw, Wood, and Layton. Talbert in net. Puck gets hung up. Wood goes and knocks it away. Sends it across the ice where Bradshaw picks it up. Bradshaw centering goes right past Layton. Bushhouse misses the backhand. Wood goes down. Bushhouse picks the puck up. Backhand pass to Bradshaw. Bradshaw to Layton. Layton reaches, picks it out, sends it across to Wood. Didn't connect. St. Louis sends it down low behind the net. Bruner gonna go get it. Bruner in the corner tries to get it up to Bradshaw. Bushhouse sends it out into neutral ice, but St. Louis sends it back, and we have offsides. So drop in neutral ice. 9:54 or 8:54 left to go. I'm not sure. A lot of bulbs need replacing in the clock. Smith sends it hard up into our offensive ice behind the goal where Van Bergen bird dogs it. Puck goes past Cowan's foot. Smith disrupts a pass. Tees, tries to pick it up. St. Louis got a stick in there. Genevieve with a leg deflection. I think her foot was stuck outside of the goal. Cowan lost her stick. Tees picks up the pass, sends it to Van Bergen. Van Bergen loses the puck, went up into our bench, and I think, I don't know, hit somebody. St. Louis confused, thinking that it's offsides. Apparently doesn't realize that puck went up into our bench. Chucky sends it out into neutral ice. Chucky down in the corner, backhands it up to Cunningham. Cunningham out into neutral ice to Wood, picked up by Layton. Layton takes it across neutral, goes right, sends it down into the corner. Puck goes around the goal. Chucky keeps it in, tries to get it to Cunningham. Chucky, Cunningham takes a swing, picked off by St. Louis, who sends it off into neutral ice. Genevieve deflects it over into the corner, lets Cunningham go get it. Puck out to Wood, back to Cunningham, out to St. Louis. Bushhouse pushes the puck away, takes it behind the net. Bushhouse takes it cross neutral, takes a swing, deflected by the goalie. Down into the corner, puck comes out to awaiting Layton. Layton sends it back down low. Wood there. Wood can't get the puck off her stick, so Audrey comes in. Looks like Wood gonna go spend time in the box. No, St. Louis. Both of them? Both of them.
Both of them go in the box for 130.
Yes, offsetting penalty, so we still have
Four on four.
no. The offsetting.
Tease Addie taking the face off.
Full strength, despite the penalty. Cowan, Bruner with Tees, Van Bergen and right. Puck to right swings, deflected by the goalie. Puck comes around, bounces, gets past Cowan, St. Louis takes it out. Bruner knocks the puck away. Bruner skates the puck up into neutral ice, sends it to Van Bergen, gets past her. Puck back into our defensive ice. Cowan gonna pick it up, takes it behind the net. Up to right, sends it across to Van Bergen, but it goes to St. Louis, but they miss it, so Lucy picks it up. Lucy lefty swings, deflected by the goalie, goes behind the net. Right there in the corner, centering pass to Van Bergen. Puck out to Cowan. Cowan flicks it back. Cowan centering, picked off by St. Louis. Bruner sends it back down low to right. St. Louis takes it away, but Tease is there to take it right back. Back and forth between the two teams. Comes out to Bruner. Bruner tries to get it to right, but can't get it through St. Louis. Right does wind up with it. Right skates it up into our offensive ice. Takes a swing, but St. Louis deflects. St. Louis pass out, picked off by Cowan to Van Bergen. Van Bergen skates around. Van Bergen swings, goes above the net. She goes and gets it, sends it to Layton. Van Bergen backhand to Layton. Layton deflected. Cunningham takes a swing, deflected. Smith pushes the puck low, send across neutral. It's going to be icing. And we'll go to the opposite end of the ice. 5:54 left to go in the third period. Layton, Cunningham, Bradshaw, Smith, and Boschas. Puck drop right of St. Louis goalie.
Layton Audrey taking the face off. Probably will win it. Wins it.
Bradshaw in the corner. Pokes it to or to Layton. Pucks out to St. Louis. St. Louis falls down. Looks like Avery gonna go to the
Dang it.
Smith. Smith's willing to take it. Bushhouse is the one that has to go though.
Smith's willing to take a penalty.
Well, it looked like Smith was gonna go. Cunningham going to. Looks like we have a.
Now it's 3v5. Did one of our players get ejected from the game?
No, we just. St. Louis wants timeout. Mark says no timeouts in this per the rules. Referee seems confused. Tease, Cowan, Van Bergen. In a penalty kill for a minute 30, Tease sends it back down into our offensive ice. Tease pursues. Van Bergen is cautious. Cowan is cautious. St. Louis with a rush. Tease back checking, and we've got offsides on St. Louis.
Offsides on Cyclones?
Mm-hmm. Puck drop in neutral. Tease, Cowan, Van Bergen. Again, two gals in the penalty box. Puck back to Cowan. Cowan takes it behind the net, sends it hard up the wall. St. Louis picks it up along the wall. Van Bergen disrupts. Cowan with a leg block. Puck sent across the ice. Tease, Van Bergen pick it off. Van Bergen out through neutral ice. Van Bergen into offensive ice. Van Bergen goes left. Takes a swing and buries it. 43 seconds left to go on the Penalty kill. Lucy Van Bergen makes the score.
Did 26?
Lucy, yeah. Lucy Van Bergen. She's somewhere near Ames, Iowa. She was trucking down the ice. Still 2 gals in the penalty box. 43 seconds left to go on that. Leighton, Wright, Cowan. Leighton. Genevieve deflects the shot, covers it up. Stop and play. Puck drop left of Genevieve's shoulder. Leighton, Cowan, Wright. Then Wright takes the puck, pushes it out into neutral ice, up into our offensive ice. Cowan gonna have to go get this one. Sends the puck up the wall, goes out into neutral ice, where Leighton pressures. St. Louis coughs it up. Leighton swings. Saved by the goalie.
Cyclones goalie.
12 seconds left to go on our penalties. 4:46 left to go in the game. Leighton, Wright, Cowan, St. Louis.
In 5 seconds, it'll be
Sends
even.
the puck to Caitlin Wright. Caitlin sends it back down into
In
our
1 second,
offensive
it'll be
corner.
even. And it's even.
It's full strength. Leighton trying to get that goal. Wood comes in, Wright. Puck right and covered up by St. Louis. .252 left to go in this first period.
I have a question.
What
Do
is
you
your?
think Storm will win the game?
I'm hopeful. I like how you've tinted your hands like an evil villain. St. Louis deflects. Audrey knocks the puck away. St. Louis winds up with it in neutral ice. Wright disrupts some play. Hits the puck away, but forgets. Can't find it. Puck shot well left of the goalie. Genevieve winds up hauling it in and stopping play.
Number 45, save, Storm.
How much time is left, though?
On the clock.
Yeah, the clock.
2 minutes and 29 seconds.
Left to go. Addie Tees pushes it through. Tees knocks that into neutral ice. Tees is being ridden by somebody from St. Louis. Wood shot deflected. Wood down into the corner. Oh. Whoa.
Two chocolate. Number 81 goes to
Tees
the box.
going in. St. Louis going in. Tees playing hard. St. Louis is being a creep. 2:10 left to go.
This place is a dangerous place. If you had to make a prediction of who would win, who do you think would win? Storm or Cyclones? If you had to make
Leighton coming out
if you
with
had to make
Ramus
someone
and
win,
Wood,
if you had to make
Bushhouse
someone-
and Brunner.
If you had to make someone win, who would you pick?
Kansas City Storm.
Exactly. Leighton taking the face off. Leighton Audrey taking the face off.
Zoe keeps saying the player's last name, then their first name.
One placenta.
Leighton shot deflected by the goalie. Puck back up along the wall. Bushhouse sends it back down low. Wood into the corner. Leighton picks it off. Tries to push the puck out to Bush House, but it's picked off. Bruner in neutral ice. Tries to send it up the wall, but winds up hitting a St. Louis leg. St. Louis pushes it back to Bruner. Bruner to Bush House. Bush House along the wall. Layton out into neutral ice, pokes it around St. Louis, goes left, backhands it back down below the goal. Ramus into the corner. St. Louis sends it the other way. Layton picks it off. Layton tries to backhand centering. Doesn't get through St. Louis. Wood pursues. Wood takes the puck away. Wood sends it to St. Louis. Back to Wood. Wood to St. Louis. St. Louis to Wood. Wood flips it out into neutral ice. Wood puts it into our offensive ice. Pursues it. St. Louis along the wall. Takes the puck. Cunningham picks the puck off as she comes off the bench. Wright takes possession, skates it over to offensive ice, right around, takes a shot. Oh, Cunningham with the rebound, just deflected. Bush House gets it to Van Bergen. Van Bergen swings. Puck out to Bruner. Bruner backhands to Van Bergen. Van Bergen can't get it off. Van Bergen has space, takes a shot, deflected by St. Louis. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Caught by St. Louis.
They might pull their goalie.
Zoe's thinking they're going to pull their goalie. It's 1:20 left to go. Storm's up 5-2. Cowan Smith out with Cunningham, Van Bergen, and Wright. Van Bergen pushes the puck down low. St. Louis takes away from her. Right back to her. Van Bergen to Cunningham. Puck along the wall. Puck out into neutral ice. Smith tries to knock the puck away. Backhand shot way out. Genevieve falls backwards. Wright sends the puck down low. Cunningham pursues. St. Louis backhand cut off by Bradshaw. Bradshaw runs into Cunningham. Smith back to Bradshaw. Bradshaw up right side. Bradshaw swings. Back to Bradshaw. Bradshaw swings again. Back to Bradshaw. Bradshaw behind the net. Looking for someone to pass to. Backhands to Layton. Layton pops it. I think it hit the goalie's shoulder and came back out. Cowan stops. Cowan sends it back down low. Picked off by St. Louis. Cowan again to Bradshaw. Puck goes wide to Wood. Puck out to Cowan. Cowan. Time runs out. Storm wins. Do you have any parting words for the crowds? How about see you tomorrow at, I think, like 11 something?
See you tomorrow at 11 something. Oh.